The identity gets severe. My freaking Redmi phone broke. It's the price I paid for walking with the kids for a whole afternoon in the mall. I have this dream of the same beach, indigo sky, bright yellow light in a hut, white sand around, and a big killer crab as a monster. Everyone's scrambling for the huts to go to the bathroom, walking all the way home up and down roads to downtown. Another dream just today, August 26, 2025. I wake up in a high school bunk bed dorm, no door seals in between bunks, like the tourist section of a ship. Waking up to a college-style dorm. It's my own room now. The doorway to the bathroom, and it's both for men and women, by the way, a small narrow passage blocked by the building's column design. I sleep on this bench. I wake up. Raman Salita's boyfriend is my roommate. He's trying to keep my school uniform from me. Your uniform isn't in my sister's clothes. Lots of borrow and sawyers. I thought I'd poop my pants, but it was just my boxers stuck in my ass crack. I poo in my elementary bathroom. The second stall, there's a bra inside the toilet. I fell, Ram's boyfriend picking me up. The last time we pulled up the treasure, the Navy showed up. Americans, they're crazy for these things. Oriental things. Let me tell you, I'm getting all the nicest pieces. Haha. Over this drink of tequila. Is there a chance that there will be pieces on the high end? I've got a buyer from Tokyo, and even so. These are all Nonoi Espige pieces. He's dead now, so maybe they bought it without him knowing. It's fun to own a Pokemon Go appraiser. Pokemon with quests to do to evolve. High candy evolvers. I avoid a puddle when I'm stepping on dog shit. That's a good one for sure. Convincing tip to push drugs. If we don't give this now, he already looks dead enough anyway. I've only played the Snowy Pavilion twice in my life. A surefire way to get a revenge story, have the guy do the permanent leg damage himself. Once he gets metal legs, he'll hunt you down. Why the heck not? You kicked it to non-purpose. August 29, 2025. The dream today was I was back in CU. I was with a crowd of people in the covered court. I gave someone a haircut. Then we had to park a robotic dog against a big cat. Like a spatial reasoning challenge. I had a harder time with it. I feel like this time in Asia is just supporting Ronnie Chen, giving way to your traditional nerd jockey masculine funny guy who went to school in Australia and got married in Malaysia, Singapore, and New York City. It's not that good. It's still quote unquote truly Asian. Valentina sent us all here to kill one another. She knows we're not going to get along. And that is the end of the second article. The third article begins with, how would you map out the tracks of your tears? How easy would it be to go to it for a round? Food is saying the ability to read does not mean someone is literate. You meet a man and it's either they understood the book right or wrong. I'm referring to the Bible, of course. After watching my cousin die, I don't know if I can ever love a living man as much. For him, I would always need a mustache. making ends meet as a kept member. At any moment, you could steal a man walking in the street with how you look at him. I had a nice dream. I was in the Damilag house with Aisha and Nana and Kuya and Tatay. Auntie PJ was not tending rabbits this time, but 7 giant Maine Coons, and one is orange. They were all in a circle on their 2 wooden boxes surrounding a pool of water. On it reflected the bioluminescence of a giant lantern-shaped cactus stacked on top of each other. It was sunset time, but we didn't realize the sun was being looped to set. It was the kind of sunset that didn't happen in the Philippines because the sun was huge and the sky was the color of the purple and orange from Lani's old album cover. On the dining table, Kuya was eating hot dogs, but the box said pizza flavor. Pedro Pascal, #1 hater, says, I'd rather serve crack than serve my country. September 5, 2025, Friday. After a trip to the doctor, I found out Red's died already. I've been saying his name still for the time he was already dead 2.5 years ago. That would make all these BL shows actually be 1,000,000 more times true. The questions in my head as the tears stream: how did he die? Could he have poisoned himself? There's a casket, so there must be a body. He was telling me he was tired, that he can't go on anymore. Now he's done quit economics completely. Dead, 33 years old. When I was 31, he died. Maybe they thought I would be craving all these expensive things. He died in 2023. 2 years ago, all these new guys coming to me, it's starting to add up. Why the hell would they side with a dead guy, right? What's to make use of? It's the end of the line in reasoning. The physical world at the present time. His Instagram's gone. He can't approve my Twitter follow requests. I have nothing of him, no letters, no messages. All I have on these videos, back when I was younger and way too insecure in public. This is bad. I'm sure you've heard of it. You were gay, that the pharmacist should be giving you your medicine. I'm sure you've heard of it if you were gay, that the pharmacist should be giving you your medicine and you'd not need a doctor middleman for these cases. Just saw in Drag Race Slasion Royale. If somebody wasn't here, I would that somebody home. I would send that somebody home. That means if he wasn't in the show, he'd have to do something in front of the camera to send that somebody home when he watches the show, which is a lot of profiling because it's absolute confidence that he'll be able to watch the episode. 2 hours after learning of his death, I feel like when I'm posing for the camera, I've got brand new eyes. Maybe this is why no one in this city wants to be my boyfriend, because a person doesn't deserve more than one person who'll make him cry when he's dead. It wouldn't be fair. Texting to arrange for a third intimate lovemaking, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. You'd have to be a fool not to think this person really wants all of you. It would be selfish to deprive another person of that. In a human's life, he deserves to cry when he finds out there is nothing that follows with his paramour. When the next death comes, it wouldn't be because I had sex with him 10 times, but because I stopped myself from having sex with him. Every time I lose my sense of taste, I get reminded of people flaunting their eating. I keep forgetting that a good appetite means less infections. Celebrating having gusto in living, and what a pleasurable experience having these many flavors in your mouth. If it goes on too long, that going back to something you barely remember becomes pointless. My dad left me in the street like garbage, right at the corner of a restaurant he eats at. Below below the library, he would go to use the Wi-Fi as well. Below the library, he would go to use the Wi-Fi as well. You can't just kill a man who commands the will of others. It's a proponent of what America works for. Finding Drake Hall isn't unimportant, it's unfinished business. An infiltration of a research institute and laying claim over products in new technology. Controlling the world with variables that are easier to control. I thought about my real dad every day of my fucking life. What about Romanov? She's a traitor. She turned her back on her own people. She had nothing. I gave her love in my home. If you could mind control her, I would become a powerful man with an Avenger in my arms. Look at her. You blew her face. Face? Your face? 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 You blew her face clean off. Smelling my pheromones prevents you from killing me? Was sending him away a mistake? Go ahead, kill me. You killing me would be an honor. An old lady landing in the Red Room is the plan? These great men answer to my black widows. People who are thrown out, I recycle them and give them life. A network of widows control the price of oil, stop wars. Only Dreykov at this level can look at people a certain way, but destroying your current face assets affects him completely. Stick a straw in your tip so you pee better. He had widows all over the world. The formula has been copied and isn't new, but you can now tell all of them it's over. The Inupiaq, or the little people of Alaska, are said to mimic bird sounds and influence their surroundings. They're said to have shamanic powers and superhuman strength. I'm looking to bust 2 people out of prison. I can't really say that because if I go to an ex, I'd have sex which isn't as gratifying after antibiotics. I can't really say that because if I go to an ex, I'd have to have sex which wouldn't be as gratifying after antibiotics. Or a friend who I can't have sex with after antibiotics, I would have sex with, which you've made sure I can't track down. I never noticed that part of the city before riding here with you. Is that all you wanted to come for? No, today I want to familiarize you to the sound of the tools, so you're less afraid. I asked permission from him already. Hey, now that I'm looking in your eyes. Hey, now that I'm looking in your eyes, with this age, I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah, but you have a toothache, so you're still a kid. Try listening to the dental tool one more time. The sound of the dental drill reminds me of the anal cleaning tool they would use for the money fuck room. Is there something I don't know yet from you? In the countryside, all the stars in the sky are very bright, but in the city, they're all on the ground. Everyone's trying to be a logo on top of a building. We used to play hide and seek here in the rooftop, but we would have our eyes closed. Were you abandoned as a child? How would you know If it were anyone else, they would be glad to take a break, but you seem frustrated, pissed, and violent when nothing is happening or when you're not supposed to do anything. I keep thinking what was not good enough about me that he would leave. He promised me he will come no matter what. Even with the donations last night, we're still short 2,000. No, can we ask for a donation? I finally caught up with the debtor, but once I caught up to him, he went in the top floor and he pulled out a huge saw that was 50 years long. Why do we still fold these bags? Folding these bags pay really well. Folding 100 is 14 pesos. I earned enough for this sweet window view of rainy Cagayan de Oro with fucking coffee. I don't know what you're carrying, but it must be pretty heavy. It is. Can I help you carry it? It depends. Depends on what? On our micromanagement. Sometimes you're fully awake at midnight already. Sometimes it's 2 sleep cycles, and sometimes 1. So, did he like what you gave? What do I give? No, his friend came before I could give it. If he says bye, it's on you if he remembers what you teach. My mom has cancer, and I was tasked to show proof I walk to pay for her treatments. Is this one of your elaborate lies again? His scholarship in CDO has been approved. I have to show him around the city. I wasn't following you. I went to school here too. I'm looking for someone to scale up my teeth. Let's be in the program together for a faster outcome. I'm not looking to scale up anything. Sorry, you need to find someone to have all these students go all the way up there. When it's not as loud, it's quieter than any other day.